Hey guys, this is Adam Brott from Liberationist Republicae Media and Music, the brand new channel we just started up. And we are here with two members of Dreamthought. We've got Mr. Jeff Brantner over here on the left, the bassist. And we've got Skyler Miller, the lead guitarist, vocalist, screamer, whatever the hell you want to call him. He does just crazy shit. So really, let's get down to the nitty gritty. We got some really tough questions, guys.
Are you gonna welcome them to the casting couch too?
Awesome. That's staying in.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah, do it. Goats and shame and regret. Come on.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay, I can suck your dick, yeah.
Don't worry, this is all under contract. It's okay.
We're over 18,
Yep.
I think. You're over 18, right?
Yeah.
Straight edge.
Fuck you, straight edge faggots.
With my weed head.
Straight edge black flag.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Alright, so what brought about the idea to become a band? How did it come together?
Math.
Yeah.
Actually, it was math class. I walked in one day, and this motherfucker walks in, and I'm sitting there and I'm listening to music, and my headphones off.
He had his fucking trench coat on.
Yeah.
Goddamn trench coat in the corner.
Yeah.
And you're like, I knew, oh yeah, I gotta talk
he
to
leans
this
over and he goes, that fucking death clock? And I'm like, yeah. So we started talking. And it turns out he played guitar, I played bass. So we met up one day, and I started playing, and we had like a jam session, and I've only been playing for like a matter of months, really. And fucking just tore it up. And we're like, shit, yeah. So the next semester we found Ryan, who was unfortunately not here.
Well, yeah, I gotta tell you something funny about Ryan.
Shit.
So, like, I moved into the apartment complex,
Right.
and I kept seeing this dude with, like, fucking long blonde hair, and so I was like, oh, he's gotta be into metal. And he always had this Cannibal Corpse shirt on and a Misfits shirt.
I mean, tell me about this guy.
Yeah, and I was like,
That's Ryan?
I was like, there's this motherfucker in my apartment who wears a Cannibal Corpse shirt on. God.
I remember that dude, because we were like, the first time we jammed, we talked about it. And so we recruited this guy, man, Skyler recruited him, and because we were like, fuck it, let's make a band. And at first the band was bass and guitar, that's all it was. We're like, we need a drummer, because drummers are awesome, and it's cool to have them. Show your drummers love, motherfuckers.
Remember when we were gonna call the band Satan Fish?
Yes, the Satan Fish. And we were going to have like a reverse, like fish with like horns.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
That's a giant cock.
Yes, giant barbed cock.
Sounds about right.
So, but that's really how it started, was with math class. Had a jam session, was like, alright, the band is born. And it kind of went through some changes, and now we're here.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, for the viewers at home, we just got done with a show out at Pitter's here in Cape. These guys opened up for Red Lamb. Now, the factor with Red Lamb is their guitarist is an ex-guitarist of, just the small name, little-known band, Anthrax. Kind of one of the...
Mr.
Big,
Ben Spitz.
big,
He actually does more than just guitar. Last I checked.
Who's Anthrax?
Yeah, I know, right? What the fuck's this? Wasn't it a shit that was going around the mail like a while back?
Did they ever play with Metallica?
They might have. I don't know, man. Like, he did. He actually pulls like a fucking Danzig almost, and he like does like everything. He doesn't even write like everything for them. Like, at least with Anthrax, I thought he did. I don't know about this new band. He might, but I thought in the credits he did.
The important question is, does he cry for the Indians?
That is the important question. And Adam is trying to stay out of the shot.
And I just cut myself into it. God damn it.
No one gives a shit.
No,
Yeah, oh well.
how dare you ruin the money shots?
Yeah, right?
It's the casting couch after all.
Yeah, fucking casting couch guy, you never see his face. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, dude. All we ever see is dick.
He's like a fucking character in some old cartoon show.
He's like a camera.
He's a parrot in a
with dick.
cartoon show. It
That's all
doesn't
it-
matter. You never see his face.
That is now the interview name for this casting couch with Dreamthought.
It's like fucking Charlie Brown. Suck my dick. Okay. And Charlie Brown's like, do I have to? And then Lucy's like, yes. And wait a minute, shouldn't Lucy be the one? No, Lucy's got the dick. What can you do? Anyway.
And then she pulls her mouth away.
Where the fuck was I going? No idea. Let's continue. Let's
Anyways.
continue.
Well, with so many different styles, like punk and doom metal, that's obvious in your style. What would you try to say is your genre?
Hatred.
And sex. This music is about fucking and killing.
It actually is.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it's about.
I guess if you had to classify it, though.
Didn't we call it sex punk at one time?
Yeah, We had sex punk, and we had one song we called
Hick Step.
Yeah, Hick Step.
Hick Step is a
song we're gonna make.
We've spliced together dubstep with
Like country
music, but it's like honky tonk country music.
So the two worst genres of all
No,
time.
fuck no. Well, fucking dubstep sucks ass. Country is the shit though. Yeah.
We combine them, but yeah, I guess it'd
Real
be like
country.
we'll just call it sex punk. It's sex punk. We don't give a fuck.
I like that sex punk. That'll work. I know I've discussed this with Jeff quite a few times, but want to get your input, Skyler, here. How do most of the songs come to life?
Oh man, I guess we'll start. Someone will come up with a really badass riff, and then
First practice is all I gotta say. I walked in.
and then yeah, I mean that first practice was a perfect example of this. We got together, and we just started riffing off of each other, and we kind of go into this trance mode where everything just kind of blends together. I've never been in a band where it's worked so thoroughly, where you'll play a song and everyone just melds together. It's awesome. I know, like with Wallowing in Democracy, we just wrote the whole thing all the way through first try. Yeah.
And we actually had the video of it, and I'm showing it to some people, and I was like, what you're watching in this video, by the way. And they're like, wow, that kicks ass, that was really good. And I'm like, we were writing that song as we played it.
Really, yeah, the whole
improvised
idea
it, and
is I think what really is important though is the tone of the music, because what we do is before we even start, we try and get the dirtiest, fucking dark, brutal tone out of the bass and guitar that we can get, and we just try and just rip shit up.
pretty much.
Yeah, so...
Well, I hate to bust your guys' bubble here, but I got a conflicting story on this because I thought it was that the daddy bassist and the mama guitarist got together and they loved each other so much that it just created a song.
It's historic, man. He just shows up, he goes to the Cabbage Patch, right, and he gets the babies, and then he brings them to NASA, and NASA shoots him out of space. Did you hear the story?
The story is more like the bass and the guitar fucking gang raped a child on the side of the road and just left it there.
It was contractually agreed. We're okay.
It's gaping asshole oozed out the song, and then we scoop up this fucking goo.
This aborted fetus.
Right.
This newborn aborted fetus.
And we put that on the album.
Yeah.
And that's how we record. Disregard everything I said. That's how we record.
That sounds
exactly
about right.
What happens. That is precisely what we do.
Well, speaking on the subject of songs, it seems a lot of the songs are kind of over the top, almost a parody of real metal songs. Why is it you choose to gravitate towards those type over, serious songs?
I'm dead serious about the rape shit. Yeah, no kidding around there.
Yes. Because we can.
I mean, YOLO, right?
We don't. As me and my brother so frequently say, we don't give a fuck, dude. All the time. That's just how it is. We just don't give a fuck.
Well, really though, I feel like that spirit of rock and roll as this idea of saying "fuck you" to the rules is kind of gone. Everyone is just so fucking prissy about their music nowadays. They have to be accepted by everybody.
Because if I say this, then this group will not listen to my music. Fuck you. Grow a pair. Say some shit. I don't give a fuck what it is. You shouldn't give a fuck what it is. Just say it. If you want to say it, fucking say it. Don't try to be like, oh, well, I need to make the goths like me, so I'm going to talk about cutting myself and eating tacos. You can't.
Well, and then the fucking bands like the pop
because eating tacos is just so damn offensive.
It can be.
It's completely sexist. For that record, I fucking love tacos, ladies.
Yeah, that's right. But you see like these pop bands that will try and make a really offensive song, and it's just it's so fucking weak. It's such a weak attempt. I'm trying to bring back shit like G.G. Allen and Anal Cunt and just the whole aura of what rock and roll used to be. Because, I mean, when Jerry Lee Lewis was coming out with shit like Whole Lot of Shakin' Going On, that was fucking out there, And it scared people, and that's what I think rock and roll should always be, on the edge, scaring people, not some safe bullshit.
If there was a message that you could really attribute to a lot of your songs or just your band in general, what do you want people to take away from it?
We want to fuck and kill you. It's pretty much the message.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
smoke weed every once in a while.
Boys want to lose the faggot. Do you even grammar? Type me in real life. Anyway.
All right, what does Dreamthought mean? I know it's been described here and there by Jeff a couple of times, but what's the official story?
Yeah, Dreamthought, I was reading Friedrich Nietzsche's Human All Too Human, and I came upon this passage where basically the concept was that we fabricate the person that we are in our dreams, and that we create the world around ourselves. So this whole idea behind Dreamthought was to use music as a way to create the world that we wanted to see, or it's just the idea of people looking at our music and taking from it what they want to hear. I mean, that's the essence of music to me.
So, one person could say, take it for the killing and the sex portion, and someone else could be all like, yeah, libertarianism, anarchy, woohoo!
Right, yeah.
And then they two come together and
then they hear Abortionist Fun Song and they go, okay, so it's okay to have an abortion, or let's fucking kill some kids.
And it's just the whole idea of the freedom to create your own view of the world. That's just a very powerful concept, that music gives you a way to express your own personal worldview and be an individual. And there's few mediums that match the ability of music to allow you to have that kind of intellectual freedom.
This is true.
all right, there's rumors going around the internet that you guys are going to eventually start up the hip hop trio. Is any of that true?
Hip hop trio.
Fuck yeah, that's true.
Yeah, dude, I can rap like a motherfucker.
We're gonna
I rhymed apart with parts and park earlier. Come on, who can beat that shit? Come on.
I was at the pool with my little brother, and we had the idea of coming up with a rap album called I remember.
And you were
Getting Wet at the Pool Party.
Yeah, you were at the pool party. Yeah,
yeah.
Coming to the nearest. What are they selling at Walmart these days? Coming to the nearest motherfucking Walmart. This summer, bitches. Maybe.
Did I ever tell you the story of when I went in Walmart with my black metal band?
No.
And, okay, fuck.
Did you get kicked
I gotta
out?
tell you the story.
Do it.
No, we didn't get kicked out because they were too fucking scared. But I was in a band called No More Screams, and we played in Jeff City. We did get banned from every music venue in Jefferson City, though.
Was it for fucking the Bible or
No,
similar shows?
It was. I gotta tell that story too, but first I'll tell the Walmart story.
Right on.
So the Walmart story goes like this: we were having a photo shoot, and we were covered in fake blood, just fucking covered. I had a goddamn inverted pentagram drawn on my body, and it had 666 on it, and I had a fucking upside down cross on my forehead, just with fake blood, and these pictures were great. They were removed from Facebook.
Wow.
They were too fucking offensive. I was holding the knife to my throat and fake blood on it and shit. It was awesome. Anyway, we all looked fucking crazy. The singer had corpse paint shit on his face, and I was like, hey, let's fucking go to Walmart like this. So it was like 1 a.m, and we went to the local Walmart, and we walked in, and everyone just kind of stopped and just fucking stared. The greeter was like, didn't say shit to us. Just fucking ignored us. And we walked throughout the whole store. We found Best of Elmo DVD. And I made a big scene about this because I was like, Elmo! Oh my god, Elmo! I was screaming it. We took pictures. We picked up the Elmo DVD.
Fuck yes, Elmo!
Yeah, it was fucking
He likes
great.
it when I tickle him.
And then, that same night we got gas at the gas station, and I put $6.66 exactly in the fucking thing, and I paid inside. That was one of my favorite things to do
Sounds like
back
a
in
hell
the
of a
day.
night. Literally, a
But,
hell of a night.
But yeah, we got banned because of some shit I pulled with the Vigilante Punks when I was singing with Vigilante Punks, and I during the set I had busted my head open with the microphone, so I was bleeding all over the fucking place, and I was running out in the fucking crowd screaming at people against the wall and shit.
Wow.
And at one point I stopped and I was like, oh, so I'm gonna go burn down a church and jack off into its ashes after the show. Anyone want to join me? You know, and it was fucking silent.
Oh,
It
Holy
was
shit.
great. Yeah, so someone called the cops. And
I didn't want expression. Let's just come on.
so I get off stage, and one of my buddies comes up to me, and he's like, hey, they called the cops. The fucking cops are coming. So I went to the bathroom, and I cleaned off all the blood and shit. And this giant print of a microphone on my forehead. But I fucking walk outside, walk out of the bar, and I'm walking to my car, and all of a sudden 5 squad cars just fucking pull in here with their sirens blaring, and they all get out, and one of them has their fucking gun drawn. And I'm standing
Shit.
there, I don't have a shirt on, I still got some blood caked on, and they're like, the guy's like, did you play a show tonight? And I was like, yeah. And he said, hey, we heard what you were saying up there, we don't like that in our town, you better not pull that shit anymore. And I was like, oh, okay. So they let me go.
Bro.
They let me go, but that was fucked up. But then later on, I found out that there was this local music scene, like online newsletter thing. I don't know what the fuck it was. And they interviewed us, and we were pretending to be neo-Nazis and shit. It was fucking awesome just to fuck with them. But it turns out all the promoters got on there, and they were signing this agreement to not ever book any band I'm involved in ever again.
Dreamthought is not playing Jeff City.
Yeah,
Fuck you, Jeff
guess
City.
not. Fuck Jeff City. Jeff City sucks. Jay Leno actually took time out of his fucking show to just say how boring Jefferson City
Good.
is at one time.
Fuck Jeff City.
Jeff
And
City
everyone that
sucks.
likes Jeff City, everyone lives in Jeff City. Fuck all of you. Not really. Some of you are pretty nice people, but Jeff City as a whole, fuck it.
Yeah,
Right, it's
fucking
asshole.
pigs hanging out inside the skate park harassing people all the time. It sucks.
Mine.
It's about right. Well, we've kind of been getting into it with you, Skyler. We'll ask a question anyways. What's your background in music before Dreamthought?
Well,
And then when you're done, we'll carry on to Jeff, and he'll spout off his 2-second story.
Yeah.
when I was 10 years old, I went to Target with my mom, and I was looking at the CDs, and I saw a compilation album. It was Loud, Fast Ramones, and I just thought this thing looked fucking cool, but I'd never heard of the Ramones before. So I picked it up and looked in the back, and it had songs like fucking Psychotherapy and Give Me Shock Treatment and KKK Took My Baby Away. I'm like, oh fuck, what the hell is this about? So I think I had birthday money or something, and I fucking bought it. That's what I bought, and I had a CD player because the CD player in my mom's car didn't work. So I put this in, and I listened to the first three songs on that album were Blitzkrieg Bop, Beat on the Brat, and Judy is a Punk. I listened to those first 3 songs for the next 4 hours, just going through them over and over again. I was fucking blown away. This was a whole new thing for me. I mean, before that, I had been into bands like AC/DC and Motorhead, but I mean, nothing really grabbed me like the Ramones. The Ramones changed my life completely, and that album was just the catalyst for me wanting to create my own music. So I started out playing bass guitar, and I took lessons for a while. But I mean, I was into like punk rock, so I started discovering bands like the Sex Pistols and the Clash and stuff. And I wasn't really into like the technical bass shit. So all I really needed was to be able to play a few notes, you know. And then I got into electric guitar, and I learned how to play guitar by listening to that Ramones album. So that's where it all began, the whole love for the fast, loud music. I would sit down there and listen to Blitzkrieg Bop over and over again until I could play it perfectly. But I didn't know, I still cannot play with traditional tuning. I tune my guitar a special way so that I can play these chords, or I was never interested in being a technical player like that. So I decided that I couldn't find any band members because I'm from Bland, Missouri, and there's 300 people in that town, and they don't listen to any fucking good music there. So I was pretty much an outcast with this shit, and so I decided if I couldn't put together a band, I was just gonna record my own fucking album just by myself. So whenever I was like 12 years old, I recorded my first album, and just produce. I got a mixer. I recorded the whole damn thing. I made the album art. I had it. I made up a bunch of copies. I sent it off to magazines and stuff. Promoted the hell out of it. And then eventually, I found people who were interested in punk rock, and I put together a 2-piece band because I found a drummer who would put up with the shit I listened to, and. Then I formed the Vigilante Punks, which was my first actual band. Before it was the Vigilante Punk, that's what I called myself. Then it was Vigilante Punks. We recorded an album called Down the Drain, and I was in that band for a long time. Actually, that's the band, not with that drummer, but that's the band that I got barred from playing Jefferson City ever again with. But I met this guy named Sean Warweg, who is an amazing guitar player, and I put together a ton of different versions of the Vigilante Punks. One had Jared Harris, who is now in a band called C, which kicks ass, and we started playing shows, all over the place. We played in Columbia, and we played Jefferson City, and we just anywhere where we could find a place. I know one time I played at we rented out a pavilion for the 4th of July. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but I wanted to do a show, and I had these big loudspeakers, and we were playing, and there was a bunch of fucking people out there just to watch the fireworks, but they were into it. We opened the fucking show with "I Hate Children" by the Adolescents. There's a bunch of children all over the place. It was fucking great. I was such a smart ass fucking kid. I was probably 13, 14 when I did that. So then we played "Last Caress." It was like, I killed your baby today and all that shit. So I continued with that band. And eventually, I met this guy named Matt Cleathermos. Actually, I met him at that 4th of July show. And I started to get into metal. The first real... I was a fan of Black Sabbath, but the first, death metal band I got into was, Death Clock. Death Clock introduced me to death metal, kind of, and then I got Napalm Death album, Smear Campaign, and Cannibal Corpse, and I just became obsessed with death metal. So then I discovered Norwegian black metal, which I loved even more because of the Christian hatred. It's
the members actually burning down
churches and fucking killing each other and but the music was awesome because it was so raw. And it was purposefully raw, and it was a kind of a rebellion against traditional production values, which it was a whole nother level of musical thought.
So almost a rebellion against metal itself.
Right, exactly. It's basically what it was. You'd have these long, droning riffs and not much variation. It was kind of a really atmospheric thing, and I really loved it. So I wanted to start a band like that. But I wanted to break away even from that. I wanted to create a band that purposefully played off time, just a deconstructionist look at black metal, and that's when I formed No More Screams, and we started doing some really fucked up shit. I know Matt is a cool dude. He is fucking he's a crazy frontman. He was a singer. I played drums in this band, so which I didn't have to be a good drummer because the whole point was to not be good. The whole point was to fuck shit up.
Fuck shit up.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I remember one great story was Matt had this mirror in his garage. It was this big, fancy, antique mirror. And he had his corpse paint on. We were recording a video, and I'm sure this video is still online somewhere. I'm playing the drums. Sean Warwick was the guitar player for the band. And Matt gets up on a chair, and he has the fucking mirror set across 2 steel folding chairs. And he climbs up on a goddamn folding chair, and he just jumps into the mirror, and just fucking glass goes everywhere. It's all on his body. It was all on his fucking back and everything, and he's bleeding all over the place. And he did that in his basement just for this video. I mean, he was dedicated to this shit. So, we scared the shit out of people. That's the band. Actually, we pretended we were neo-Nazis and shit just to fuck with people. It was just, the whole idea was to be so hard to digest that no one would listen to our music except for the people who were just, had the same sense of humor as us. But eventually, that band just kind of fell apart, and we did record an album called Jefferson City 666. It's got some pretty fucked up shit on it, including a song called Ice Creamed, about an ice cream truck driver that fucks children and just comes on their face. The song, it starts off, it's got the ice cream truck song. It's like, and then all of a sudden you hear, rape. So, that was a great band. And then after I left No More Screams, we just kind of went on a hiatus. And I wanted to stay in the music scene, so I decided I was going to do an album where I played all the instrumentation, and I recorded the vocals. I did everything by myself, and I became obsessed with this album. And it was called Lyme Disease. The band was called Lyme Disease because I actually had Lyme disease at one point, and it really fucked me up. So this was kind of my statement about surviving Lyme disease, and just I don't really know what the fuck I was doing.
You wanted to traumatize people because of your trauma.
I wanted to traumatize people.
When we first met,
yes.
you gave me that album too.
Yes.
And I drove around downtown Cape with that CD and a CD player, playing it as loud as I could. And even I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
I went
and everyone
hardcore on
that
that.
we passed was just like,
what?
I'm gonna have to give you a copy of this shit because I went so fucking ridiculously brutal on that album. It was, and I worked on it for months, and I just became obsessed with each song. I know I did like 60 recordings of human cancer just trying to get it. I know one song when I was recording it, I got so into it, I got a fucking bloody nose and my blood pressure went way up. I was in a really weird time, and I was going through some really bad shit, but that album kind of reflected that. So it has a good ending, though. You know, it ends with the classical kind of music, the piano pieces and stuff. But I put that album out, and I didn't really promote it very much. I don't know why. Once I finished it, I was kind of finished with it, and I didn't really want to go back.
So it's just more of a personal album, more so than anything.
Right.
Than just to get it all out there and have something for your own satisfaction, I guess.
Exactly. It wasn't something where it was like, I'm going to record this album, and then I'm going to go get signed or anything like that. I mean, with my other albums, like the Vigilante Punks album, I would send it off to labels and stuff. But I didn't try that with this album. So, like you said, it was just something I had to get out. And then from there, I wanted to get more into the promotion, record label side of music. So I started an independent label called Dead Idol Records. And the whole purpose of this label was to put out compilation albums of bands, like contemporary punk. And not just punk, but we had like rap artists and we had some people playing, electronic noise music and stuff. I just wanted a kind of a sampler of the current music scene. So I put out a compilation album called the Dead Comp, and I actually got the Useless Pieces of Shit to get on that compilation. They sent fuck shit up over.
Yeah.
So.
Good.
Yeah, we had Super Preachers from France. We had a ton of great bands on that compilation album.
And we will have as much of all the information of all the bands, all the recordings, all the stuff that Skyler's put out over the years. We'll have it all in the description bar below, as much as we can find, as much as you're able to give us, if you can track it all down.
Yeah, I mean, it's all available online. Even my Vigilante Punks, even the first stuff I recorded is I'm still selling records from that first album, which I mean, it's great. I mean, something I did when I was, like 11 or 12 years old. But,
wow, what is this?
Yeah, but that's after that period. That's when I started. That's when I started looking for new members to form what would become Dreamthought.
And then math class.
Yeah, math class and
Miss fucking Overman. Take your headphones off, dog.
I was listening. Yeah, I was fucking blasting.
The whole row.
Right.
Whole row had headphones on. Whole row. She goes to the guy at the end. Take your headphones off, dog. And we're like, the fuck did she just say?
Yeah, fuck that bitch. We were listening to I was listening to the Misfits. And I was listening to Bullet. It's like, suck, Chicky, suck, suck, and so fucking loud. I guess that was disturbing people. Fuck them.
Yeah. So,
Well, now your turn.
all right. Let's see. When I was a kid, I liked music, and it was cool. And I remember listening to my Uncle Ron was playing the CD for my mom one day, and prior to this moment, metal really is what stood out to me. Like, fucking Sabbath and a lot of like White Snake, White Zombie, Rob Zombie, that kind of shit. Not the same thing. White Snake and White Zombie, two completely different. Not the same thing. I prefer
Well,
White
Love
Zombie.
Hunter is one of the coolest fucking album covers ever. the bitch riding the snake.
Yeah. I remember being like 12 and listening to Frank Zappa's "Go Fuck Yourself." Go fuck yourself with a cooking spoon. That shit. It was just groovy, and I liked it. And then I really wanted to play. Originally, I wanted to play drums. I wanted to be a drummer. I don't know why or how, but I would just beat the piss out of everything, and I still had really good rhythm. And then I saw my Uncle Ron play guitar. My Uncle Ron is one of the most talented guitarists I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've only hung out with the guy a few times. He lived with us for a while. I hardly remember that. I remember him sending me to school one morning when I didn't have school. And I came back and told him that I didn't have school. And he didn't believe me, and he sent me to school anyway. And so I went and hung out with my friends all day and just kind of played and in the ghetto, which is really weird, but for an 8-year-old. And I think he still feels bad about it. I hope not, because looking back, it was fucking funny. It's easy to say. It was fun. He was like, quit your lying, you little shit, go to school. And not quite like that. My Uncle Ron's a cool fucking guy. But no, he is like one of the best fucking guitarists I've ever known in my entire life, ever seen play in my entire existence as a human being. And one day I watched him play Jason Becker's Mabel's Fatal Fable, and he just shreds the whole thing. He just does it, right? And it gets to the center part. It's like I guess you call it a bridge. I wouldn't really call it. I guess it would be the solo. It's a solo in the solo.
Bridge, hook, solo.
Yeah. Well, Jason Becker's Perpetual Burn is just all guitar. It's all it is. Just all guitar. There's no vocals. Just all guitar. And he does this thing, and he gets to the middle part where it speeds up and gets all wacky, and he's just nailing it in front of me, and he's got it. And I'm watching it. I'm like, this is fucking amazing. And he goes, now I'll never fucking forget this. He looks me square in the face. And he goes, now here's the hard part.
Yeah.
And just fucking nails it. And I'm like, I want to do that. That is what I want to do. I want to be able to do that. So I began my quest to get a guitar, which sadly, as much as my family supported me, they didn't support me. They were all about, fuck yeah, let me play guitar, do it, alright! But they were not like, we're gonna get you a guitar. No matter how much I begged and pleaded, I've never got a guitar. Fuck it, whatever, you know? I can respect that. You want a guitar, earn that shit. So I did. And upon my 18th birthday, 18th birthday, I have an 18th, I was like 20. I just turned 20. I cut off all my hair, made a bet, I lost the bet, cut off all my hair, got a job, second paycheck I saved and put together, and the first thing I did was call my uncle Ron, and I told him, I was like, hey, I have money, I want a guitar. So he calls his buddy over to music shop guy goes, I'll hook him up. So I get my first guitar, it's an acoustic, it's a Montana off-brand, for $100, and he gives me a case and some picks and all kinds of wacky shit to go with it for free. So thanks, Uncle Ron, I really fucking appreciate it. Like, you have no idea, in case he ever sees this for whatever reason. Anyway, so I started my quest to learn to play guitar. Unfortunately, shortly thereafter, Hurricane Katrina comes along and goes, fuck you, Jeff! Just found a job, just started, getting shit that you want to do down. Fuck you. It's gone, all of it. So, lose everything. Bounce around for a while, end up in motherfucking Missouri. Ironically enough, and I'm in, yeah. It's really fucked up way out. I got here and there was a lot of family trouble, and actually when I came to Missouri, I've only revealed this information to a handful of people. But fuck it, why not do it now, not really making it public, but I came here with the intention to kill myself. It was what I came here to do. I was going to come to Missouri because misery loves company was my exact reasoning. I was going to blow my money, kill myself. Fast forward 5-6 years at this point, and I now have some crazy woman with me and a son who's equally as crazy, if not more so, and pretty motherfucking awesome. Seriously, everything. It's like my entire world. But I continue
don't get
playing.
Too sentimental. I mean,
yeah, I don't want to ruin my image.
I mean, just open up.
You faggot.
You're in a safe place.
I know. Right? Anyway, so I'm still playing music, but over time I picked up more and more guitars. I kept buying them. So I was like, I'm gonna buy the perfect guitar, and in my very naive mind, I was like, I'm gonna keep buying guitars. I'm gonna play one day, and I'm gonna be awesome. And I'm gonna have awesome guitars to play when I'm awesome. So I bought, my first electric was a Washburn. And then I bought my first amp for $10 from some pothead. So I was like, whatever. And then I bought another electric, and then because I wanted a whammy bar. I didn't have a whammy bar for the Washburn, so I bought an Ibanez. And then I bought some knockoff Flying V. I never played any of them. So fast forward 7 more years, and a buddy of mine wants to borrow an Xbox, and he gives me a bass. And what I did was he wanted to learn to play bass. So I was like, alright, I don't know anything about bass. So at this point, I've been playing guitar for like a little while, like maybe a year. And I tried out for my buddy's band, my buddy Nathan Ernst. I tried out for his band, phenomenal fucking drummer. Tried out for his band, Not Damage Done at the time. I don't think they exist anymore. Anyway, tried out. They just gotten rid of their other guitars, so some internal shit, and I couldn't even play Breaking the Law. I couldn't. I was so shitty. I was fucking terrible. And I was like, yeah, I'll come play with you guys. I'll be in your band. Yeah, I'll do it. Let's go. Come on, yeah. So I show up, and I was so fucking nervous. And I'm like, this is my first time ever playing with an actual band, not just playing to myself. So I'm sitting there, and I'm just like not really doing anything. And they teach me some of their stuff, and I get it down. I learn really fast, but just as far as technical shit goes, I don't have it. And so I continue to try and practice and get better. They ultimately say no. Big surprise there. And then I obsess on getting better at guitar. So I would like play Paranoid by Black Sabbath. I must have played that song 700 times, like just to fucking get it. And I still can't nail the solo. Got it on fucking ukulele though, so suck my dick. And then I realized the bass players tend to kind of fall into this realm that I describe as the 4-note fag area, where you motherfuckers, you play 4 notes in an entire song. You have 27 frets and 4 strings. Get off your lazy asses. So anyway, I started learning to play bass, to teach my buddy how to play bass. And I noticed this, and I'm like, I can do this, and I can do it better. So I lay down the guitar. I'm done with guitar. Not really done with guitar, but done with guitar. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I transfer to bass, and I played his bass, actually very little in this time period. And then ultimately later, because he let me have his bass ultimately as collateral for my Xbox, C1 Xbox. And later he ultimately unfortunately dies. Brandon, and he died, and he owed a little bit left on his bass. And I wasn't gonna make him like his parents pay me for his bass. I'm like, what kind of shitty move is that? So I'm like, if you want his bass, they found me. They were like, we really want his bass back. And I'm like, that's great. And they're like, he's like, his dad was like, I understand you have like an agreement. He owes you some money. And I'm like, but it's whatever. It's not a big deal. Now's not the time. We don't worry about that shit. You want his bass back. You can have his bass back. It's not a big deal. And so they come to get his bass. I give him the bass. I keep the strap. I still have the strap. It's the strap I use whenever I play live. It's the black and white checkerboard one. And because I was gonna buy that for over $20 because it was it's hard as shit to find a decent strap that's not gonna fall apart on you. And but I still don't really play bass. I kind of like don't play. And then I buy a new bass from another guy for $30. And this is when I have my own bass and I start to kind of play. Matter of months later, I start college, meet Skyler, start Dreamthought, and I've been playing 6 months at this point, like really playing bass, about 6 months, and I'm like just going fucking nuts. And fast forward like a couple years, and here I am playing bass, and I help write some of the guitar stuff and all that, but I just kind of make noise and until something cool happens. And that's really my history. It was a whole lot of I really want to do it, 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 I'm really going to keep at it. And I don't think I have a whole lot of talent myself. Like, I know that I'm good. I'm told that I'm good. I'm told that I'm good, that I'm decent, that I go all like, Steve Harrison, Cliff Burton. I don't think I'm anywhere fucking near that. But I think what I have is fucking, I almost sound like Henry Rollins here, but I think what I have is fucking tenacity. I just don't stop. And I'm just, oh, fucking get it! So I do it. And now I play bass. And yeah, it's pretty cool being on stage and stuff. Pretty nifty. And that's really my whole musical history. Didn't play with any bands. Something that cool getting kicked out of stuff. I just kind of, I'm crazier in everyday life than I am in the band, which is really fucking wild. Like, in everyday life, I'm like, I've been fired for, like, really stupid shit. I've almost been fired.
Are you going to tell that story?
Which one? The one where I teabagged the bitch's mask, man? Like, that was... Or the one with in the back room. Oh, I can't really tell the story.
Right. Yeah, we could do those in a future podcast kind of thing.
I can't really tell that. This isn't like prior restraint or anything, but there are people who might see this and they'll be like, what happened? What the fuck happened in the break in the back room? And I'll be
Jeff
like,
made an episode of Casting Couch.
Yep.
Which is ironic because he's right back here
on the casting couch.
Right on the casting couch.
So yeah, that's really, that's all there is to it. There's a whole lot of I see what you can do and I can do it better. So, and I'm just gonna keep at it until I am doing it better than everyone else.
I know I can speak for myself, but probably a lot of other people too, that we hope you do as well. Both of you guys, and we're going to try to get some statements from Ryan at some point. Before...
Yeah, we can get his ass fucking sober.
No. You need to interview him after he's done at Fitters.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He's our alcoholic drummer. He just gets trashed and sits in the corner and just gets things. And
I can tell a story.
He's really good at it.
I can tell a story for him.
Tell a story for Ryan.
All right. God damn, I don't even know where to start.
Keep in mind, this is absolutely true, 100%, and there's absolutely nothing false about what he's about to say.
Oh yeah, no, this is fucking true.
We don't make this shit up, man.
You can ask Ryan if he remembers, but so all right, it's like 2:30 in the morning, and
is this when he was walking around?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's 2:30 in the morning, and I'm sleeping, and all of a sudden, I hear this loud fucking knock on the door, and I was like, what the fuck is this? So I go up to the door and I look through the peephole, and I gotta reenact what I saw. So Brian's out there, and he's like, and so I open the door, and I'm like, Ryan, are you okay? And he's like, no, man, no, something bad happened. And I'm like, God, what the fuck? Did he kill somebody or something? I don't know what the hell's going on. And so I'm like, all right, calm down, dude, it's okay. And he goes, no, it's not, man. It's not okay. It's like, I fucking got in a fight, man. And I'm like, it's okay, dude. What's wrong? He's like, I punched some guy, broke his fucking nose, man. I broke his nose, and I don't even know who it was. And I'm like, all right, just tell me what happened. So apparently, he went to Pitter's, and he got really fucking drunk. And he was so drunk that he was outside on the sidewalk, like on all fours, just like about to throw up all over the place. And some guy came up behind him. I don't know if I guess it was to check on him. The details are kind of hazy. But Ryan goes, well, bam! And punches the guy in the fucking nose. Just punches him right in the goddamn nose. And his nose breaks, and there's blood everywhere. And he's like, oh, what the fuck did you do that for, man? What? And Ryan's like, it's like, I'm sorry, dude, I'm sorry. So the guy punches Ryan in the face and fucking hurts his hand. And the guy's like, did that even hurt you? And Ryan's like, no, but I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry. And Ryan gets down on his fucking knees and is like bowing to the guy, praying to him like, please, I'm sorry. And the guy starts kicking him. He starts kicking Ryan while he's down. And Brian, I don't know if he's drunk or if he's just tough. A combination
probably
of both.
Fucking both. Yeah.
But it didn't hurt him at all. So this fucking faggot with the broken nose calls up his girlfriend, and he's like, I'm kicking this guy's ass. He broke my nose, and I'm kicking this guy's ass. And Ryan's just trying to apologize for the whole damn thing. So this guy's friends come over, and Ryan's like, oh fuck, I better get out of here. So he gets up and he heads off. And I guess he was so paranoid about this situation, he thought that the police were going to come after him. So he starts hiding in bushes.
Fucking Silent Snake, all the way home.
Yeah, Silent Snake. He's a goddamn ninja now, and he's moving through the buildings. He goes around the entirety of campus, and he fucking. I guess it took him like an hour and a half to get back to the apartment. And so he gets back, and there's this there's a shortcut to the apartment complex where we live, and it's up this steep ass hill.
There's one that goes down by towers.
Yes, and it had rained the night before, and it was still kind of muddy. So Ryan decides that he's going to fucking climb up. You know, he was in the. I guess he was in the bushes next to towers and shit. And then he fucking got out, and he's climbing up this hill, and he just fucking just straight on his face, and just fucking mud everywhere, fucks himself up. He changed, and the funniest part was he was wearing I think an Ozzy Osbourne shirt, and he changed to a deep purple shirt because he was afraid they'd recognize him if he had his Ozzy Osbourne shirt. But that's a Ryan story.
Yeah, I just met the guy today, and that would not surprise me at all.
He's a cool guy. Don't get me wrong. He's
Ryan's
a lot
bad.
of fun. But holy shit, that dude is nuts.
Well, we're going to have to wrap it up here real quick, but one last question. Any idea on the next performance day? Any kind of big openings or being part of a show with another big group?
Wednesday after school starts again, we might play hitters. Things are kind of like, with the whole thing, we're all college students, and I also work full time, and I also have this really awesome kid. So all of our time schedules was kind of like, remember, but
also we've got the Libertarian Festival coming up.
Yeah, that.
Loud for Liberty.
Are there dates for that one yet?
No, it's not. Nothing's finalized.
Is there anything online? I just heard about it tonight. So.
Yeah, nothing's finalized, but there's going to be some good bands though.
There'll definitely be an update video, some kind of interview with you and whoever else is a big person involved in that. We'll definitely get on top of that. And for those people who aren't watching this tonight, because they're not going to go up tonight, unfortunately, what's the date for that Wednesday you're speaking of?
Shit. What's today's? Today's the 19th. 1, 2, 3. Help me.
The 10th?
It's on my phone. I'm trying to
No.
I'm too fucking tired. It's
Fuck yeah.
almost 1 in the morning. We're already breaking out our calendars and shit.
I don't have
The 27th.
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 So it's March 27th, 2013, Pitters.
Yes, Pitters at 9:30.
Oh shit, that actually won't work for me.
It won't work either?
Because Bill Slants is coming on to SEMO to do a speaking event.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's right.
So fuck
Yep.
that. We're gonna be checking out Bill Slants.
Right.
Motherfuckers, go there instead.
Go to Bill Slants on
Yeah.
the 27th. Yep.
So maybe on the 3rd, the April 3rd.
April 3rd?
April
All right.
3rd.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
not an April Fool's joke, right? I mean, that's
Rip
around
shit.
the right
No.
time.
No.
Although half
and
your songs are April
anyone who
Fool's
wants to
jokes.
follow me back to a hotel room too.
Yep.
The fuck is wrong with me?
Rob needs a daughter to fuck. Not your own daughter.
Obviously, take a number.
Well, thanks for the time, guys.
Ah,
We'll be
Thank you.
keeping in touch, and
Indeed. Kick ass.
yeah, that's all. Rockin', motherfuckers.